It's 6 a.m. today in San Diego, and the FBI lockup is about to be filled with 24 men and women, some still in their pajamas, accused of mortgage fraud. Nightline cameras given exclusive access to the arrests, made the morning after federal authorities announced a nationwide crackdown on real estate scams.
This is one of the most significant investigations that I have seen.
An investigation centered on foreclosed properties like this one.
All right, we're going to go down and look at this house.
Southern California appraisers eyeballing a simple house on a simple block in one of the many ground zeros of America's great real estate collapse, San Miguel Street in San Diego.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it sold, closed September 06 for $600,000.
But the FBI says that 2006 price was a fraud. One of the more than 200 homes in San Diego bought at artificially high prices by the alleged ring of scammers arrested today.
The scheme involved 220 properties that were sold for a cost of more than $100 million.
Federal agents plan to seize more than $11 million in assets from alleged members of the ring, led by a former Southern California gang member, who authorities say found real estate fraud more profitable than drug dealing.
It's interesting to see that dichotomy as well, and that progression from dealing dope on the street, perhaps, as a member or associate of a gang, to delving into this sort of much more sophisticated crime that is not only more sophisticated, but also had the potential to be, you heard the numbers, much more profitable for the individuals involved.
Here's how the alleged con worked. Ringleaders would find a property like the one on San Miguel Street. The house listed for $499,000, but was falsely appraised by someone in on the scam for $600,000. A buyer would then apply for a 100% no down payment loan based on that inflated appraisal. The excess money, illicit profit, was then split among the scammers, and the buyer walked away from the house without making any payments.
The fact that you would defraud people out of this amount of money and involving this number of homes, like I said, is deplorable.
San Diego Special FBI agent in charge, Keith Slaughter, now has an entire squad devoted just to mortgage fraud, a new priority for the feds, second only to terrorism, a crime that literally hits home.
They say, you know what, these homes were in my neighborhood. Perhaps my property values have gone down because of this scam.
Now, I look at that.
Real estate experts say there is no perhaps about it. Around San Miguel Street alone, this fraud ring is accused of sucking the bogus equity out of 6 homes, leaving the neighbors around them devastated by a drop in their property value.
The average amount that a property value will decrease because the house is near a foreclosure, even if they've paid their mortgage on time every single month, is $8,600.
Eric Halpin says that's per foreclosure, so the more in your neighborhood, the worse it gets.
Foreclosures drive down prices, because then when they're sold after foreclosure, they're often sold at a lower price, driving down the market in that neighborhood.
In the past, we have seen that there's been houses that have been completely gutted. Nothing, no kitchen, no bathrooms, nothing are left. And the banks have underwritten the loan. They want to know why it went bad. They want to know why someone didn't make a payment on it. Because it was fraud, out and out fraud.
The appraiser's Nightline took out to see one of those foreclosed houses, allegedly left gutted by the people arrested today and still empty. Said the bank should have known this was not a $600,000 property. The first of many red flags?
The property is listed for $499 and it sold for $6.
And the listing shows it was a fixer, incredible views.
This is funny property that we pulled here. I'm glad I didn't have my name on this.
And for good reason. The FBI says the appraiser who did have his name on it is tonight under arrest. Just another part of the great national fraud, burying many of those who faithfully make their payments on their home and forcing out thousands of those who cannot. For Nightline, Jim Avila, ABC News, New York.